Hey folks, so I wanted to give you all a quick update. I quit my job. I gave them my 2 weeks notice. It's going to be a couple weeks before anything changes because I'm still working there. But I I hope that at some point in the future I will have enough time to start actually working on videos and making videos. It drives me absolutely up a wall that I used to be able to post one video a week reliably every Thursday. I know the pregnancy, the postpartum depression really threw that off, and I thought I'd be able to get back on track, and then I got the job and I worked full time, and I just absolutely could not make videos, and it was driving me up a wall. So I money's an issue in my family at the moment because I'm quit my job, but I have a book that I wrote that I need to edit and I need to start selling because I'm tired of not doing that. And I have multiple other projects that I just really need to start working on. So, total non sequitur, I wanted to tell you guys this because I think it's just fucking hilarious. Not a lot, but there have been a few comments that, I'm doing these pole dancing videos because I'm trying to show off my body and get attention and all this shit that people say women try to do all the time. And the truth is, I'm struggling with, I guess it's called body dysmorphia. I don't really know. I cannot stand the way my body looks right now. I absolutely cannot stand it. I had this moment where I woke up this morning and I was feeling okay. I was feeling actually pretty good. And then I saw myself and I wanted to die. I couldn't stand the way I looked. I've just been having a lot of issues. I look in the mirror and I see all sorts of things that I don't like about the way I look these days. And I know objectively I'm in good shape. I know that. My husband tells me that. I realize that there are a lot of people in this world who would love to look the way I look right now. And I realize that I could get into a car accident tomorrow and get disfigured and desperately, desperately wish that I could look the way that I look right now. I realize that I look perfectly healthy and that there's nothing wrong with my appearance right now. But that being said, I struggle so much. I find myself covering my body up with clothes to try and hide the things about me that I don't like. I try I try not looking in the mirror sometimes. When I do look in the mirror, I find myself just gravitating toward these things that I just can't stand about myself. I've been struggling with that, and I can't really tell you how long I've been struggling with that. And I think it was pretty okay at first after I had the baby because I looked at it and was like, well, I'm going to take care of this and it's going to get better. And for a few months it did because I was losing all the baby weight, and then it just didn't get better. And, um, those guys who were like, oh, you're showing off your body. You know what? Fuck those guys. Fuck them. Because they have absolutely no idea the private hell that I'm living in inside my own head. Um, they have absolutely no idea. And, they don't even begin to guess. I'm struggling with a few things, and so I'm in therapy, which is good. So I'm going to talk to my therapist about it, and at some point I think I'm going to probably talk to you guys about it because I think, well, because it's at the forefront of my mind, because it occupies a lot of my headspace, and it's like, you know what, I should probably just make a video about this because it's something that occupies so many of my thoughts. But today it was just really, really there, and so I was like, I need to talk about this. I want to finish doing the book reviews. I've been working full time, and I haven't had enough time to actually spend on basic self care. Um, and so even videos, it's like, where's the time? Um, I actually did quit my job because I like my job. Like I said, I like my job. But one of the big things that caused me to quit, like one of the breaking points for me, was that everyone in my family got sick. And I mean, because the kids bring home various things from school and whatnot. So everybody got sick, and I was taking care of my family, and I was getting sick, and I was sick for a month, like a full month I was sick. I'm still sick right now, actually. I'm getting a lot better. I'm a lot better. I can talk now, which is great. But, because I had laryngitis. But, yeah, for a while, like, I was sick, and I had a fever, and I was coming into work because they have a point system at my job, and so, if you miss a day because you're sick, they give you a point, which isn't so bad, but, you only get so many points before they fire you, and so I was coming into work sick day after day after day, and it was a month. It was a month of days that I was coming in sick to work. And I got 1 point because my baby was sick, and I took the day off to take care of him because he was crying, and he just wouldn't stop crying, and he had a fever, and he needed a mom. And so I stayed home, and then I got a point for that. And then I looked at it and was like, and I mean, the way I looked at it, and I told all my coworkers, this is like, look, I can either take days off for my family, or I can take days off for me, but I can't take days off for both. And so that's what I was doing. I was just coming into work sick again and again and again. But eventually, like after a month, I was so exhausted that I couldn't get through a full shift. I came into work one morning and I made it through half an hour, and I was like, I just can't do this. I like literally sat down on the floor. I was like, I can't keep doing this. It's been a month and I'm just too tired. And so, I went to a doctor's office, and I told them, look, I need a medical leave of absence, because you can get a leave of absence for a medical problem that lasts for more than 3 days, because otherwise they'd fire people for having, like, surgeries, or, if you break a leg or something, then you're fired. It's, they've got a system in place for that. So I got a medical leave of absence over the Thanksgiving holiday. I didn't plan it like that. It just sort of happened. I couldn't keep coming into work. I was just too exhausted. And so, I had 5 days that they gave me just for being sick. Like, I had bronchitis at that point. It was just bronchitis, and they gave me 5 days to just sit at home, drink soup, and recover. And so, like, I spent the Thanksgiving weekend mostly sitting on the couch. My husband took care of me. Because I had gotten to the point where I was so worn down and so exhausted and so sick that I wasn't getting better anymore. And so after those 5 days, I had spent time with my family, I'd spent time with my kids, I'd spent time with my husband, and he looked at it and he was like, look, money's going to be really tight, but I'd rather have you home with the family. And I agreed with him, and I quit my job. So money's going to be tight. I don't know how I'm going to handle that, but I have a book I need to sell, so that's going to be something. But yeah, that was between that and the body issues, which are also kind of exhausting because it's not fun to live in a body that you're constantly disgusted by. I've got some stuff going on in my life. I know I've been saying for a long time that I've got stuff going on in my life. I have like a laundry list of stuff going on in my life. I am actively working to get my shit together, and I think I'm actually getting a lot closer to having my shit together. I think not being employed is going to finally give me the time that I have so desperately needed to start putting out videos regularly again. They might not necessarily be the videos I would normally be making, but they're gonna be something. I don't know. I am desperate to get my shit together. I am just desperate at this point. I am so tired of just not having my shit together. But anyway, that's what's going on for the time being. I hope to have another video out soon, and I'll talk to you guys later.